Hello guys, I hope you're good. That's my first English tutorial. I will be doing a tutorial, this one, that's exactly the same, except this is going to be the English version, so the result will look different because I redo this in English, but all the process is exactly the same, like this video. So you are maybe new to the channel. On my YouTube channel you have different guys who uploads videos, and most are in French, but you have some videos that are in English. So if you're English and you just want to look at English content, I invite you to watch the language in the up right of the videos, like this tutorial by my friend Detlev is in English. So when you have the French flag, it's in French, and when you have the English flag, it's in English. So I hope you will enjoy. And today we are going to make this image that I've posted in my Instagram, and we are going to use mostly three softwares. We are going to use Daz Studio. So to have Daz, you need to go on the Daz website. The link will be in the description, so Daz Studio. And then you have to register an account, and then you can download with the download manager, and then you can start use Daz. Daz is used to morph and pose characters, so we will use it to create shapes, and then we will put the shapes in C4D, and then we will compose it in After Effects. So let's go. Some of my softwares will be in French, so I hope you will be not disappointed. I will try as much as possible to explain what I'm doing for the better understanding of the whole. Hope you enjoy the French accent, by the way. So let's start. When you have downloaded and installed Daz, we will launch it. So Daz is a free software, so let's go. If you know the artist Beeple use a lot Daz to create and pose characters. Like in this picture, he used Daz, and then sometimes he used Daz with some polygon reduction, like this. And a very cool way to learn how people do this kind of image, or how I've done the image you saw in the Instagram MHS Prod. MHS Prod sounds very French. So let's go. We are in Daz Studio, and when you're in Daz Studio, you have to connect. And where you're connected, you have a base mesh called the Genesis one, and we will use it. So for the new to Daz, I will not explain all the stuff. We will just do some simple stuff. So on the left you have all the libraries. There you have all the saving and export options. There you have scene option like camera, sun, etc. And here you have render or moving options. Here you have the main panel, which looks nice, so you can move it here with the small cube. And here, that's the most important for us, you have here different things like shaping, posing, and other stuff for lighting or texturing. We will just use two stuff today, shaping and posing. And when you use shaping, that's to shape your character, and posing to pose your character. So I will take this man and I will go on the shapes and maybe make this guy a little bit looking like a bodybuilder. So you see when I move here from the bottom to the top, my character look change. So that's very nice if you want to create a base mesh for softwares like ZBrush. Very nice way to create different characters. And then you have more options, like if we want to modify the head, we can have a larger neck, or maybe we can make him look like a humanoid, or we can scale his head. That's a lot of fun doing all this little stuff. So when you have shaped your character, I invite you to shape the character like you want. We will go in posing, and posing you have two different options. We can use a preset or done stuff in editor. I will go to the presets, so you need to select Genesis and then go to poses, and you have by function or by region. And by region you have a lot of free poses. You can buy more poses on the official Daz website. That's how this free software works. A lot of free stuff and a lot of stuff that you can pay. So I will take the male boxer pose for this tutorial, and when I'm happy with the shape, I can do some modification like in editor and go in pose controls, and then can go to arms, legs, torso, etc. And then I can change the shape like arms front, back, left, arm up, down, and that's how I will decide how my character will look. And I like this not so aggressive fighting pose, like the beginner fighter. Like so we will stop now because we can take a lot of time posing our characters. So I will now export my character by clicking File, Export. I will call it Tutorial Fighter, and then I click Wavefront OBJ. I can use FBX sometimes to get some bones, but here we just want to have the object. Maybe we'll do some other Daz tutorials to have different looks or learn how to export moving characters, but that's not the main topic of today. So I click Accept, and now I will go into my C4D, and when I'm in my C4D I will go on Files and click on Merge. So in French it's called fusionner. Fusionner, it sounds very nice, and English merge. So you will click on Merge and go to your shaped character and click OK. don't forget to put 100 centimeters scale, because if you put one, your character will be very tiny and a fighter needs to be very strong. And okay, I click OK and I wait because I love waiting, and now I have my fighter. Yes, very cool. The Daz meshes are nice except for some details like the eyes looks kinda strange, but not problem. What you must do most of the time is go to ZBrush and do modifications only for stills, because it's better to pose in ZBrush if you wanna do animation, or do a rig. Daz is mostly focused on one picture. So I will delete all my materials, and I can tell you that there's no problem because I've let the strange eyes too on my picture. You can see he have strange eyes, and maybe that's why people find it amazing, because wow, we put a lot of works into eyes. Yes, very nice. Okay, so now I have a lot of objects. I will click, do right click, and I will select all the objects. So this option, so all my objects are selected, and now I will click on connect all the objects plus delete, so I will have only one object. When you have done that, you can delete all the texture tags, all the selection tags, and put your fong angle to I guess 980. That's 80. And then you have your character. I will now use Octane render, but if you don't have Octane render, you can use anything you want. I will use two Brograph Luminous, very nice plugin. I can show you. You can find the link in the description, and that's a plugin to have some X-Presso rigs of light, ring light, spotlight, and stuff. But there's no problem if you have, for example, the Grayscale Gorilla Light Kit. You can take a Grayscale Gorilla Light Kit for the SICK. I will use Brograph SICK, and if you don't have any SICK, you can just take a plane, make it editable by clicking C, go in this mode. I just need to have 1, then click C, etc. Holding Shift, or holding, what the fuck, holding Control Shift, and then here, and then use don't know the English word for it, that's biseau, and then do that and subdivide, and then align the normals, etc, etc. So I will use Brograph SICK, that's a lot better, and I can control many things like width, height, depth, and curve. So I will put a little curve, and then I will up a bit the reflectivity, take my fighter and put it like here. So we have our fighter. I will move the axis, because you need to have the axis in the center of your mesh, because when you use some focus tags, you need to have an axis in the middle or in the area you want to your light focus on, because if it's in the fit area, the light will light the fit area. So I want the lights on my character, so I will put the axis in the middle of my character. And then let's open Octane Render. If you don't have Octane Render, no problem. Just do the stuff yeah, like with physical render. That's a very nice render. I will put HDTV scale and put Octane Render here. Then I will use my live viewer windows, click here to send my scene, and looks what I have for the moment. For the moment it looks not so cool, so I will use a different kernel. I will use the pace tracing, so I will click on pace tracing, put 2048 samples, put 8 diffuse depth and specular depth. I will clamp the GI at 0.7. I will put a coherent ratio of 1.45 and put parallel sample and max style sample at the max. Just be sure you have a great graphic card to do that. Now I will go into my object, take a camera and double click here, because I don't want to have my camera in my scene for the moment. And I go to HDRI environment to put an HDRI. If you're new to Octane Render and don't know how to use sky in C4D, I invite you to watch other tutorials on how to light with GI and with luminescent materials, because I will not focus on that today. So when I have my Octane Sky, I will put any HDRI you want. I will use the McDonald's parking from the Grayscale Gorilla pack and put the power of 0.25, because I just want very soft light, because my wall lighting will be done with soft boxes. So I will use Brograph soft boxes, but if you are not a luminous Brograph guy, you can use the Octane targeted area light. So that's exactly the same thing, because I will not have my soft boxes in my scene. So let's go. I will go in my library and click on Brograph softbox, and now, wow, this is fantastic, I have a softbox. Here into my target rig, I will select my tutorial factor object 1 and I will take the power at 10, sample rates at 2200. I don't know why it has 200, because I want Octane to put more samples into this light rather than the other one in the sky. That's not a quality slider, but like a degree of importance slider. So in the color temperature, I will put a cooler image, and here we can see that it looks very fun with the shadows, but I will just make a little adjustments and add a second softbox. So I will move into my view. I will move my softbox a little bit on the left, just to get more shadowy angle here, like in the bench and in the floor. So just do the lighting you want and you like. I will not spend too much time on lighting because lighting can be sometimes a pain, but just do a bit because lighting is very important to have a cool looking. So I will put a second softbox. This second softbox will be too focused on my fighter, and I will click on power. I will put 8. I will put a hot color, and I will move this on the right. And I think I have a problem with my softbox because I didn't disable my hexes, and so now it's a lot better. So I will put it around here just to have hot colors on the shoulder. So now I will go on my Octane camera and look how my render will look. So that's nice. We have this hot area here, we have this cold focus here, and the thing I like is that we have a upper light, so it makes our character head very like strange or aggressive, and it looks nice. So we'll just adjust a bit. I can adjust it in the live viewer, and now I will use poly FX like I used in here. We can use 2x particles. I will show little tricks with x particle if you wanna oh, look, that's Shooter Dagoba. It's a Dagoba singer. Dagoba is a very well known band. So look, Dagoba, 3 million views on some videos, and that's very nice to have a like from Shooter Dagoba. Okay, that's the end of this, and I will go into my tutorial fighter obj, and I will go into MoGraph, take poly FX, and with poly FX I will be able to use effectors like randomization. I will now click on randomization, and now, wow, my character just explode. So there is no problem. I will go into the last tab called attenuation and have a shape in sphere. And now I can move my sphere and select the area that I want to be affected by my randomization. So I maybe put this here, go back in my view, and then just go into my effector, parameters, and maybe just put 5 by 5 by 5 centimeters, and maybe 2 by 2 by 2. Just do the stuff you want. because that's your stuff, that's your render, that's your love, that's and now I will have back my live viewer and see how it looks. I think this looks nice. I like it. Maybe just can expand a little bit. And I really love this kind of effect because it gives our fighter a more aggressive look. And when you have this, I just show little tricks in X particle. So I will disable this and this, and just to show that you can control all the polys with a fragmenter. We'll not use it today, but that's maybe a cool idea of to modify some stuff. So I go into X particles, take XP system, just disable my fighter. So don't do that, that's just a little parenthesis to show you tricks. Just create an emitter. Emitter with object shape, select the fighter, just use emit from polygon center, one particle per source element, emission with a rate of just 1 frame with no speed, and when I click play I just have particles in all my normal fighter. So now I will use the fragmenter in the generators to recreate my geometry. So then I can go into my fragmenter and put the mode into face polys, connect polys, and when I click play I have my mesh with all these little dots that are particles, and then I can apply any modifiers. So if I click in Octane Live Viewer, I can show you that I have my mesh. That's the real mesh, that's fantastic. And I can do anything using like modifiers, like if I want, I can use maybe wind, vortex, turbulence, or a lot of things. I will use just to show you turbulence with a lot of strength, just to show you that all my polys will be affected like if they are particles. So I can do a lot of cool stuff, maybe the character disappearing, and don't forget that you have the possibility to get fall off. I can have a sphere fall off and just move it, and if I press play I will don't have anything because my fall off is here. So if I just want the head to explode, I can put this here, go back here, and then press play, and you will show just my head will explode. It will explode in a very strange way because of the fall off, but it's exploding. So if you want to play with this technique, you can add more turbulences, and I invite you to use wind to tell X particles where the particles needs to go. But that's a very cool way to do some modification. So that's the end. I will go here and have back my fighter. So now we can render and go into After Effects. I will go into the recording, have a PNG image, just call it 2, because I have 1, 2, click OK. In my render paces, I will go into PSD. Don't know this English I'm too bad at English. That's says in French. Sense 16, yes, it's 16 bit. Fun fact is bit means dick in French, so bit is a French bad word, so you learn something very cool. And I will go into the depth and AO, and I think that's not all. I will have an Octane tag on my object, put layer ID on the number you want, and just click on render layer mask, 2 or 1 if you choose 1. I like to have 2 because it gives me the impression to do more things. And don't forget to go into tone map type and click tone mapped, because you just want to have grayscale base of the depth, even if maybe we will not use it. I invite you to put tone map type as tone mapped to avoid all problems you can have. And now I will do the render, and we just I will go back when the render is over. So let's click here and see you in seconds, and for me that will be minutes. Yeah. So I'm back, the render is over, and we can go into After Effects. Don't be disappointed because my After Effects is in French, but I will tell all the name of the effects in English, so don't cry, you will maybe learn a bit of French. Yes, so let's close C4D because we don't need it anymore, and just import your render. So I have 2 screens, that's why pictures will go from nowhere to here. So let's go. I have my fighter, which is looking very nice and aggressive. So for the French guys, I have this guy, and for the English guy, I have this guy. So maybe it means English guys will kick out French guys, and I have this girl too. Means nothing because it's not in the tutorial. So I will click on Alt and here to go into 16. I progressed a lot during the render, and I will import my multi-paces into composition and with this option. So now I will take my mask, my Z depth, and my occlusion, my ambient occlusion, and let's click here. Let's duplicate this by clicking Ctrl or Apple D, and let's click in luminance to get my character in alpha and the background in another stuff. I will click on my ambient occlusion, just click on multiply, so produit in French and multiply in English, and then I will click on T and 20 just to have a lot more ambient occlusion. So I will not use the Z depth for the moment. I will create a new effects calc, and maybe you know this effect. I will use magic bullet looks to color correct my image. I click on edit and maybe choose cat eye or I can choose another thing, but I love cat eye and click OK. Here my character is not very well in the center of the image, so maybe I will adjust it at the end because I messed my camera, but that's not a problem. French guys always do things faster because they are French and they don't work good. So if you're French, you just can do things if you have a bit of talent. Okay, so now I will create little effects like using Optical Flares by Video Copilot. It will add a little more life to our image. I will choose the beam, click OK, and put it in screen. In French, it means écran. And then I will put one in the upper right and another in the bottom left, just to have a little bit of shininess. Then I will use particles and plexus beside my character, so I will just take stock footage of particles. You can use particular or whatever. I will just take M dusts. That's a very nice dust effect. Put it here and click screen mode, and now I have dust, which looks nice in my opinion. And then I will add a solid and add the plexus effect. I hope you have it, because it's a very nice and not so expensive plugin if you do videos like lyrics videos or things like that. It's very nice. And I will add a primitive, a sphere primitive that you can see in the background, and I will add lines and facets renderer. And now I will add noise and wait 1 minute. 2 secondes. That's my mom asking to me if I will eat, and I say in French, wait 2 seconds. Then I will put a noise amplitude to a high level to have this kind of cool background. And when I'm happy with the background, I will maybe add a little effects in blue on the eyes of my character. I just put it below the ambient occlusion, and now I will take my pen and just draw some dirty shapes. Maybe not so dirty, because it must look a little bit cool. What? Just to have get some shininess from the eyes, and just click F and add some 5 feather, and now I can add glow. So in French it's called lueur diffuse, but in English it's glow. And now I can add a big glow on the eyes to make him looks like he's a god of something cool. And I can adjust my crappy, very crappy shape. I don't know how to do something that bad. That's just for this tutorial. I'm better and then intensity, and now you have this cool effect on the eye, like if he was a god or something. You can just reduce it a bit if you want, but it gives some cool look. And then we can add more effects. I love the universe suite, which is free for some effects. I will use carousel in electric vision and click none here, and click it at 35 to have this cool look. And I love how it looks, maybe except for the eyes, but French stuff. And now when I'm happy with my fighter, I can pre-compose all the stuff with Ctrl Shift C. Just scale it a bit and just move it to have maybe something more in the center. We will lose a bit of the feet, but not a big problem. I have done a better tutorial in French, sorry. I guess it was better. The result looks a lot more clear, but it's first time in English, so maybe I can apologize a bit for the English version. And so I think that's the end of the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. I hope you learn a lot of things, and see you later. I invite you to join us on Instagram, so MHS Prod. You have cool pictures, and you can join motion designers too. That's another page where I share a lot of artists when they put MD community hashtag. So I watch the image and then I share it. Very cool pictures like this one by Jeremy Spagnuolo. You can join us on our page MHS Prod to look some works if you like, and you can join us in motion designers community, because that's a nice community. Most of the guys are French, but some guys are English too, so if you have pictures to share, work, help, you can go here, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, but that's good. So most of the content is in French, but I will try to do more English videos, because some guys asked me, please do English videos, because just do English videos. So I don't know if my accent is good or not. I hope the tutorial was nice for you, and I hope you will enjoy it. And so see you next time in the English tutorials, or watch the French ones if you feel comfortable with French. See you guys.